Book of Heaven, Volume 33, June 6, 1935. How one who lives in the will of God holds God Himself in His power. The Queen of Heaven goes around through all nations to bring her children to safety. My poor mind continues its flight in the interminable light of the divine volition. There is not one thing, either in heaven or on earth, which is not a birth from it, and everything and everyone have something to say about the one who generated them. Even more, they never tire of narrating its eternal origin, its unreachable sanctity, its love that always generates, without ever ceasing, its fiat that always speaks to the mind, speaks in the heart, speaks on the tongue, and now it speaks with articulate voices, now with moans, now in supplication, now with might, now with such sweetness as to touch the hardest and most obstinate hearts. My God, what power does your will contain? Oh, please, make it so that I may live always of it. But while I was thinking this, my sweet Jesus, making me his short little visit, with an unspeakable goodness, told me,
"My daughter, my will, it is everything, it does everything, it gives everything. Who could ever say he has not received everything from it? You must know that the creature herself possesses so much of sanctity for as much as she is in order, in relationship with my will. She elevates to union with God insofar as she is united with it. Her value, her merits, are measured by the relation she has kept with my will. So the whole foundation, the basis, the substance, the origin of the goods in the creature depend upon how many acts she has done of my will, and on how much she knows of it. Hence, if in all of her acts she has let my will enter, she can say, 'Everything is holy, everything is pure and divine in me,' and we can give her everything, even our life in her power. On the other hand, if she has done nothing of my will and knows nothing, we have nothing to give her, because she deserves nothing, because she lacks the seed to be able to generate the good that belongs to us. Therefore, she has no right to receive the pay from her celestial Father. If she has not worked in our field, we can say, 'I do not know you.' So if she has done nothing or not even something of my will, heaven is closed for the creature. She has no right to the celestial fatherland. This is the reason why we insist so much that our will be done always, that it be known, because we want to populate heaven with our beloved children. And since everything came out of us, we want everything to return into our divine bosom."
Then, after this, I continued to think of the divine will, and I prayed that it would hurry, and with its omnipotence, that can do anything, surpass all the obstacles and make its kingdom come and its will reign on earth as it does in heaven. But while I was thinking of this, before my mind, my sweet Jesus showed so many gloomy and horrifying things, in the face of which even the hardest hearts were shaken, and the most obstinate were floored. Everything was terror and fright. I remained so afflicted as to feel myself dying, and I prayed that he would hold back so many scourges. And my beloved Jesus, as though having pity on my affliction, told me,
"My daughter, courage, everything will serve for the triumph of my will. If I strike, it is because I want to restore. My love is so great that when I cannot win by way of love and of graces, I try to win by way of terror and fright. The human weakness is such that many times it pays no heed to my graces, it plays deaf to my voice, it laughs at my love. But it is enough to touch its flesh or take away the things necessary to the natural life, that it lowers its pride. It feels so humiliated as to become a rag, and I make of it whatever I want. Especially if they do not have a perfidious and obstinate will, a chastisement is enough, seeing themselves on the brink of the sepulchre, that they return into my arms. You must know that I always love my children, my beloved creatures. I would turn myself inside out so as not to see them struck, so much so that in the gloomy times that are coming, I have placed them all in the hands of my celestial Mama. To her have I entrusted them, that she may keep them for me under her safe mantle. I will give her all those whom she will want. Even death will have no power over those who will be in the custody of my mama.
Now, while he was saying this, my dear Jesus showed me, with facts, how the sovereign queen descended from heaven with an unspeakable majesty and a tenderness fully maternal, and she went around in the midst of creatures throughout all nations, and she marked her dear children and those who were not to be touched by the scourges. Whomever my celestial mama touched, the scourges had no power to touch those creatures. Sweet Jesus gave to his mama the right to bring to safety whomever she pleased. How moving it was to see the celestial empress going around to all places of the world, taking creatures in her maternal hands, holding them close to her breast, hiding them under her mantle, so that no evil could harm those whom her maternal goodness kept in her custody, sheltered and defended. Oh, if all could see with how much love and tenderness the celestial queen performed this office, they would cry of consolation and would love she who so much loves us. Fiat.